Oh, hey everybody. Welcome back to Fantasmo Trailer Vault. I'm your host, Rob Floyd, and tonight we're going to watch a bunch of Vincent Price trailers. Yes, Vincent Price. Everybody loves Vincent Price. How can you not? I don't think I'd be friends with anybody that doesn't.
Friends? Do we have any friends?
Now, Vincent Price is one of those guys, is beloved by most everybody. He's a working actor, loved to work, and would work with anybody.
Are you then what might be described as a legitimate actor?
And nobody had a bad thing to say about him in any of the interviews I've ever seen or read.
Oh, that's very cute.
And he's done just about everything. He's crossed genres. He can do A-list pictures, he can do D-list pictures and bounce back and forth and not lose his popularity.
I play two parts in tonight's film. One a gentleman, the other a gentleman possessed by the spirit of an evil warlock.
He would do horror movies, he'd do comedy.
Your brain will be utterly destroyed.
He would do silly movies like Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine, Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs.
It's an exact reproduction and programmed for love and destruction.
He would do things like The Muppet Show, which was a lot of fun. I've watched that so many times since it aired when I was a kid. He's done many commercials for restaurants and food and cleaning products.
Spray Tilex on soap scum, then wipe it out of existence. Terminate mildew stains and soap scum with Tilex.
And board games.
I want to teach you a game called, amusingly enough, Stay Alive. It's quite deadly.
Let me tell you about Coffee Mate. Monster vitamins. They're fun. What you are about to witness may be more than the human mind can bear. Just an ordinary jar of pickles, you're thinking. But how wrong, how terribly wrong.
And he even was the first person to ride the Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens. Amazing. So we say we get right into it. Get some popcorn, grab a drink. Let's watch the first few.
I present for the first time on any stage The Lady and the Buzzsaw. Ellen, you left your bag at the studio and took mine by mistake. Where is it?
Oh, Don,
What's the matter? What have you done with it?
I left it in the cab.
Well, there's nothing to worry about, mister. I gave it to a cop.
You gave it to a cop.
What was in that bag, Don?
It was a head. A human head.
Don, what's the matter with you? Don, keep away from me.
Well, why don't you laugh now? Ah, please!
Who are you? You're not Ross. Killed him.
Yes.
It's all right, Don. You don't have to worry about me. I would never turn you in.
My poor dear Claire. Don't you know I wouldn't dare trust you? Will everyone in the theater hold on firmly to his seat, please? Stop it! Stop it! I'm Vincent Price. What unearthly horror did that girl gaze upon? What manner of incredible thing walked beneath that hood? It would be unfair at this time to show you any more of what went on in that laboratory where a man actually dared to play God. So fantastic words can't begin to describe it. You must see it with your own eyes to believe it. When the fly comes your way.
It isn't like any other fly I've ever seen.
No! 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 Please let me look at the fly. I've killed Andre. Please help me. Call the police and...
The charge can only be murder.
There were no mistresses. I had no lovers.
Why did you kill him?
God, don't let it get out.
Inspector, it's in the garden. Come quickly.
As God is my witness, I saw the thing. It's unbelievable. I shall never forget that scream as long as I live.
The fly's on its way. Watch out for it. It's far beyond anything your mind could ever conceive. Come in. Come closer. Closer. That's right. I'm Vincent Price. You'll be just as safe in this house of fear as any of the other 5 victims murdered by the bat. In all of the annals of mystery, there's never been a more elusive, fearsome, and cunning killer. He'll lure you through hidden passages to make you his next victim. But nobody lives forever, so why be afraid of the bat?
How long's he been dead?
Oh, I'd say about a half an hour. You believe it was the bat?
That's a bat's trademark.
Perhaps he's still in the house.
That's possible.
It says here that the bat never leaves no fingerprints.
That's understandable. Having no face, he probably has no fingers either.
that is waiting for you.
House of Wax. One of the first 3D movies, and this trailer is really great. All it is text the whole time. There's no scenes from the movie. All those great colorful paintings behind it. And at the very end of the trailer, it tells you Vincent Price is in it. So if you weren't sold already, there you go, Vincent Price. Now the next one, The Mad Magician. This is one I've never seen before, this movie.
What a terrible thing to say. Shut up.
And the trailer is pretty cool. Vincent Price is that subtle, menacing figure that he always is. And I mean, you don't know what's going on. Why is he in disguise? Why is he threatening this woman? Why is he a magician in this movie? I don't know, but I want to find out. Now The Fly, the original Fly, this trailer is fantastic. Vincent Price is the first time that I can think of where he actually comes out and talks directly to the audience.
I'm Vincent Price.
Then you've got these disembodied voices over this animation of this fly trailing around, you know, saying lines from the film and not giving anything away. You never see the fly.
I know it's worked!
I know The Bat's an interesting one. This is actually a remake of a silent film called The Bat Whispers. And here's another one I've never seen that I've been dying to see for years.
You poser.
I say call the police! What do you think you are?
I'm gonna have to make it a point to see it now that we've put the trailer on here. This is a great trailer. Vincent Price again comes out, talks to the audience with the voiceover, making you feel creepy. And then you see this cloaked, faceless figure with these claws that like rip somebody's throat out, and you're not sure what he's gonna do, what's gonna happen. Is Vincent Price the good guy? Is he the bad guy? It's black and white, really moody. Can't wait to watch this one.
I look forward to that day with keen anticipation.
All right, let's watch some more.
I'm William Castle, and I feel obligated to warn you about the next attraction you will see at this theater. The picture is The Tingler, which I directed. And for the first time in motion picture history, members of the audience, including you, will actually play a part in the picture. You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill. But don't be alarmed. You can protect yourself. When you see the picture, you will be told, and remember the instruction, how you can guard yourself from attack by The Tingler. And now may I show you a few scenes from The Tingler?
me go!
Only the incomparable genius of Edgar Allan Poe could knit them so closely together. The burning passions of the purest of loves. The deadly passions of the madly prurient.
Madeline, you're leaving this house with me tomorrow.
Only I could.
For hundreds of years, evil thoughts and evil deeds have been committed within these walls. The house itself is evil now.
Here they all are. Ushers.
This is monstrous.
It waits for me, because very soon I shall be dead.
Oh, Madeline, come away with me now.
Where is she? You buried your own sister alive?
I did. But she's dead now.
The master hand of the macabre creates its masterpiece.
Now here we go, the Tingler, William Castle. I love William Castle, and we're definitely going to do an all William Castle episode sooner or later here. And this one, Vincent Price doesn't do the voiceover and come out, so William Castle does it. He comes right out, talks directly to the audience, tells you something amazing is going to happen, something is going to happen to you, but doesn't tell you what it is. You got to come to the theater to see that. But I'll tell you, because, you know, by now you should have seen this movie. This is another one of the films that William Castle did with a gimmick, and this one was great. The Tingler is this monster that manifests and attaches to your spine when you're scared. And the only way that you can stop it from killing you is by screaming.
You may obtain immediate relief by screaming. Don't be embarrassed about opening your mouth and letting rip with all you've got.
Well, Vincent Price, as the doctor in this movie, figures out a way to take the actual Tingler out of somebody. The Tingler itself is supposed to attach to your spine. When he pulls it out, it's like this big and this big around. There's no way that that could attach to somebody's body. But it gets loose in the theater, and that's the gimmick. When it gets loose in the theater, the lights go out in the theater, the screen goes dark. Vincent Price comes over and says, "The Tingler's loose in the theater. If you want to save yourself, scream, scream for your life." And everybody in the theater is supposed to scream. Well, to make you scream, William Castle had come in earlier before the start of the movie and attached motors to under various seats, 5 or 6 seats, maybe more, in each theater that it played at. And when he said scream, they would hit a button and the motors would go off randomly and make the seats vibrate. And people would jolt up and scream.
Some of the physical reactions which the actors on the screen will feel, will also be experienced for the first time in motion picture history by certain members of this audience.
I would love to have been at one of those showings for that. Had to have been amazing.
I was the first person in the theater and looked and just walked up until you found this thing. I saw it. So I knew I had a seat that had it under it. To me, The Tingler was the best movie ever made.
The Tingler, the Tingler.
Now, House of Usher, if it's not the first, it's one of the first of the Corman Price collaborations based on the story of Edgar Allan Poe. This is a gorgeous film. The color, just jumps right off the screen. It's beautiful. The cinematography and the sets. You see a little bit of that in the trailer, but you really need to see the movie. Vincent Price, very menacing in this. A different look with the white hair. And you know, it's been debatable. Is he as menacing with the mustache or without the mustache? You decide. Either way, he's pretty creepy in this. Let's watch some more.
to switch you to the state capitol, where His Excellency, the Governor, is speaking from the Executive Mansion.
Further, I have, in conjunction with the federal government, declared this state to be a disaster area.
I was sent to keep you here until they come.
To kill me.
Vampires, alive among the lifeless, that make the night hideous with their inhuman cravings. If they are not destroyed in the flaming pits of hellfire, or staked to the ground in the light of the sun, will the unbelievable become real? A world of inanimate zombies by day, irresistible, horrifying attackers by night. Can a zombie woman's hunger for love repopulate the earth? Masque of the Red Death, personalized by the motion picture screen's Prince of Horror, Vincent Price.
Corrupt them.
No, I beg of you! Mercy, mercy!
With the devil's own darling, Hazel Court.
Lord Satan, send me a demon, so I may know I'm to be your wife.
And a lost, virginal angel of innocence, Jane Usher.
I want to help save your soul so you can join me in the glories of hell.
No, never.
She's a woman cursed by Satan's seneschal, whose very existence turns the white rose blood red.
Diamonds, rubies, emeralds, pearls.
Lavishly, he plants his corrupting seeds of sin, spreading living terror that not even the unsullied can escape. Nor can one who craves all the forbidden pleasures of the depraved.
Each man creates his own heaven, his own hell. Let me see your face.
Chair.
She will not die because she willed not to die.
Ligeria, the tale of terror Edgar Allan Poe thought his greatest. The masterfully macabre performance of Vincent Price together bring to life the undead, to haunt the living. What is the strange infatuation that draws a lady to the Stygian stranger who lives with his terrifying black cat in a castle of dark, somber mystery?
Seeing you and seeing her.
Yet when you thought I was Ligeria, you tried to attack me.
You must trust me. Give over your will to mine. No harm will come to you. Give over your will to mine.
The strangest love story ever told, making her life a nightmare of heart-stopping horror, such as few humans have ever survived.
And here we go, Last Man on Earth. This is such a great story. I've read the book, I've seen the various incarnations of the films. This is probably the closest one to the book. Now, Charlton Heston, for this story, perfect choice. Rugged, action, everyman. Reading this story, you would picture Charlton Heston playing the role.
It's a fact, Landon. Buy it.
Vincent Price,
One moment, please.
tall, imposing man, but not as rugged, not an action hero guy.
What a terrible thing to say. Shut up.
You might not think of him for this role, but he does pull it off because he has that underlying somber, serious tone, and he's got charisma to spare. He just, anytime he's on the screen, he owns it. And like I said at the beginning, everybody loves Vincent Price, and that's the reason. This was written by Richard Matheson, who's, written some of the best horror science fiction stories out there. The film is really good. It's Vincent Price as the last man on Earth. You get a sense of that in the trailer for most of the trailer. The only thing bad about this, it hurts it right at the beginning. They set it up, and then all of a sudden you see this girl pointing a gun at him, so he's not the last man on Earth anymore.
Why? Why?
If that could be cut out of the trailer, the rest of it would be gold. You really get a sense of this isolation and his desperate need to get his job done but not wanting to, and the loneliness in this trailer. It's fantastic. The text that comes across the screen, the last man on Earth, is a great font there. And him, when he's trying to stake the vampires and it looks like he doesn't really want to do it, but he gets it done. This is a top trailer. I could watch this over and over again, and it makes me want to see the movie. You should see it too. All right, Masque of the Red Death, another Corman Price collaboration, and another one loosely based on the story. And Vincent Price is smarmy in this. He's got some great lines in this trailer.
I want to help save your soul so you can join me in the glories of hell.
But this trailer is gorgeous. The color in this is amazing. It grabs you by your eyes and won't let you look away. Tomb of Ligeria, another, I keep saying a great trailer. All of Vincent Price movies have great trailers because Vincent Price is in them. But this one, he has such an iconic look in this. This is the one with has those weird wraparound little sunglasses and then the top hat, and he has the real pale pallor and no mustache again, just as creepy without it. This look he has in this is so iconic and so memorable. It was recreated in Elvira's Haunted Hill movies by Richard O'Brien from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Snap out of it!
It's a great look. I would love to see somebody do that at a convention or like a costume party or something. That'd be amazing.
That won't be necessary.
I'm afraid it will.
right, here comes some more trailers.
Who spurs the beast the corpse will ride? Who cries the cry that kills? When Satan questioned, who replied? Whence blows this wind that chills?
What if there is a power that we know nothing of?
He's from the house! A witch!
She's bewitched!
A witch man!
Edgar Allan Poe probes new depths of terror. Vincent Price reaches new heights of horror.
H is for heretic.
I know nothing of witchcraft.
We can make you die a minute every day for a year.
I will kill as many of you as I need to.
I curse Lord Edward Whitman. I curse his flesh, his blood. I conjure you, Lord Satan, send me an avenger.
When Satan questions, who replies? Whence blows this wind that chills? What answers when the Banshee cries and kills and kills and kills?
From the depths of this unholy tomb, the Avenger rises, the abominable Dr. Phibes, the most deadly mastermind of all crime. Specialist in the fine art of bizarre murder, each more different, each more devilish than the last. The Scorpions embrace.
You bloody man!
The Eagles caress. The Sausage Machine. The One-Hand Persuader.
He has nothing to say, sir.
Touché, Dr. Phibes. And as another victim falls, the world awaits your next blow of vengeance. Only one man, only one menace, only one diabolical mind could create such chilling terror.
That's not a common thief, sir. Then, Inspector, you are faced with an impossible task. Well, there's no force in all the world could win a fight against such a supreme opponent.
Run, but you can't escape him. Hide, but he'll find you. Scream, but no one will hear you.
What the hell do you want here?
He must be drunk. Quite insane. Oh, my God.
Tonight, we are in
I'm sorry to have missed the meeting, but my heart is with you.
Can't believe it. His head cut off.
Oh, impossible.
Good day, Mr. Devlin.
Come, fire! Consume this happy world, and in its ashes, let my memory lie.
Now, Cry the Banshee, this is a great trailer. The plot's a lot like Witchfinder General or Conqueror Worm, depending on where you saw it, under what title it was. It's a little different, where Vincent Price plays a guy who's putting witches on trial. Well, not really putting them on trial, just putting them to death. And it's got a great voiceover.
Probes new depths of terror.
It's got a lot of cool freeze frame cuts in this trailer. And you don't see it in the trailer, but the opening credits had this really familiar looking animation. We'll give you a little taste of that right now. See if you can tell me who the animator was. Yep, that's right. Terry Gilliam did the animation for the opening credits of Cry the Banshee. It's awesome. You can tell it's his Monty Python style work, but it's really creepy and fits this movie just perfectly. I need the Phibes head.
Bring me the Phibes.
Bring me the Dr. Phibes rises again. This is another, really cool trailer for one of those beloved Vincent Price movies. The first movie, everybody seems to like that one more than this one. This one doesn't get as much love, but it's really still a lot of fun. In this one, they go ahead and show you the Dr. Phibes face in the middle of the trailer because we've already seen it in the first movie, so it's no reason to be coy and to hide it. It's got a creepy voiceover, it got that sensationalist text on screen, and it's got Robert Quarry and Vincent Price together in a movie. How could you not want to watch that? Now, longtime Phantasmaniacs will remember Robert Quarry as Count Yorga, Vampire. One of my favorite vampire films of all time, that and Return of Count Yorga. Quarry's another one of those guys on the short list that I would just watch read the phone book. He's just got such presence and that voice is, it's got such a great voice.
I regard it as such, yes.
And another interesting bit is you see Peter Cushing's name in the trailer, but you don't see his face at all. If you've got Peter Cushing in your movie, you need to show him in the trailer.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Now, Theater of Blood, the text, Theater of Blood, and that thin, creepy, jagged, bloody lettering is really kind of cool. It's different from anything we've seen so far. There's so much going on in this trailer, just random violence. One scene after another, you're wondering what the hell is going on? Why is this happening? And it's like you see the kills just before the kills happen. And Diana Rigg. Diana Rigg, of course, was Mrs. Peel in The Avengers. And most recently, she was on Game of Thrones. And she was also a Bond girl in George Lazenby's Bond outing on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Oh, beautiful woman. Mrs. Peel and Vincent Price together in a movie? Of course I'm gonna watch that. Vincent Price plays an actor who he got snubbed by the Critics Award in London and it drove him insane, so he fakes his own death in front of the critics. Comes back a year later, gets his revenge one by one on each one of these critics.
Another critical miscalculation on your part, dear boy.
Definitely give it a watch.
I will grind your bones to dust and make 2 pasties of your shameful head.
All right, I can't get enough of Vincent Price in these trailers. Let's watch some more.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the next few moments, you will be witnessing scenes from a new motion picture starring Vincent Price, master of the macabre. To those among you who are easily frightened, we suggest you turn away now. To those of you who think they can take it, we say, welcome to the Madhouse. Perhaps it was inevitable. For years, this man has played the role of Dr. Death. For years, he has pretended to be a hideous, murdering monster.
No!
Now, at last, he has actually become one. American International presents Vincent Price in Madhouse, where lunacy lives.
All I ever got was a stake through the heart.
Tonight, I would like you to meet my next victim.
Fear lurks, evil walks, and death waits.
Death is the name of a doctor you've met.
Stop it! Madhouse, a cinematic shock treatment, guaranteed to scare you out of your mind. No one ever leaves Madhouse.
I will take you to a place where my friends foregather. There you will find stories of such blood-curdling terror, it will make your toes curl and your hair reach up towards the sky.
He likes to take you by surprise. He likes to leave a very special calling card.
It was the best blood I have ever tasted.
He's giving you a very special invitation. 3 stories to shock you, chill you, thrill you, and make you laugh.
There's a face at my window as the darkness closes in.
Everybody knows about garlic and steaks through the heart.
Yes, we all have our cross to bear.
I'm just a sucker, boy, you're up. I'm just a sucker, boy, you're up. I'm just a sucker for...
You are one of his kind now. You have to be staked by your own men.
You made a wrong mistake, I want to know your name. Just come back again and pay the swimmer. So let the show begin. I'll show you everything. Pull out the safety pin.
Songs by B.A. Robertson.
Don't you look down on me.
Night.
With a strange twist.
The Pretty Things. The Viewers.
Tell me I'm not going to let you go until you do.
We must have our food.
But remember, he likes to take you by surprise. You've been invited to the Monster Club. Come at your peril.
Welcome to the Monster Club.
All I need is somewhere I can have total isolation, and above all, atmosphere.
What lives in this house?
No one would want to live in Valpatermana.
What stalks these halls?
It's a cursed place.
Yes, I saw the movie.
What hides in these shadows? And who is playing that piano? Welcome to the House of the Long Shadows, home of mystery, suspense, danger. And now the four masters of horror are moving in. Vincent Price.
We came here this evening to unlock the final door to our destiny.
Christopher Lee.
It would seem, Mr. McGee, that we are imprisoned here.
Peter Cushing.
It is all I have ever known. Fear.
John Carradine.
Death is our only true destiny.
Joined by Desi Arnaz.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
House of the Long Shadows.
You could lose your life.
Worse.
Will this talented young man wager his very life for one night with this girl and these strange bedfellows? House of the Long Shadows.
There's one missing.
What is its diabolical secret?
And suddenly, out he jumped. He didn't even look human.
Which key unlocks the horrible truth?
I'm afraid it has begun.
And who spiked the punch? House of the Long Shadows. It's delightfully puzzling.
It would appear that you are creating a mystery where there is none.
And a frightfully good time.
He must have heard us singing.
House of the Long Shadows. The murderously funny mystery with a twist.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean.
House of the Long Shadows. Vincent Price, that's me. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, John Carradine, and Desi Arnaz. In a Golan Globus production of a Pete Walker film. House of the Long Shadows. From Canon Releasing.
The Madhouse is one of my favorite Vincent Price films, and this trailer's really cool. It's got the scroll coming up telling you what's happening, and then the first shot you see is the panic screaming face of Vincent Price, which is pretty creepy of itself. A lot of horror business going on in this trailer, a lot of suspense and creepy stuff and moody atmosphere going on. The only thing wrong with this trailer is Robert Quarry and Peter Cushing are both in the movie. You never see them in the trailer. Vincent Price is enough to sell any movie by himself, but you've got these two other horror icons of the day. Their face should be in the trailer somewhere. And maybe a scene with all three of them would have been just gold. But they're in the movie a lot.
I make adult films for art houses. Ellen used to be one of our stars. She was one of the best when it came to stripping and getting down to the hard action.
Get out of here.
The interaction between Price and Peter Cushing is just fantastic.
Come and sit down, Paul, and watch one of your old movies.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. It's the only way. Might give you a laugh anyway. Yeah.
You get this one scene, this quick flash of a guy singing a song about Dr. Death in the middle of the trailer, and you're like, what the hell is this all about?
Death is the name of a doctor you've met. Stop it!
That's just a small part where they're at a rap party in the middle of the movie, but for the trailer purposes, it kind of throws you for a second. You don't know how this relates to the rest of the movie at all. And it makes you wonder, is this a Vincent Price musical? That would be awesome, I'd watch that. Actually, if you listen to the end credits.
When day is done and shadows fall, I dream of you. When day is done, I think of all the joys we knew.
Vincent Price is actually a surprisingly musical guy.
You in one of the performing arts?
Oui, je suis un artiste.
The evil of the thriller.
No boogeyman is greater than the two of us. The people scream about the team of Karloff and Price. You gotta and a little brown smidge.
And speaking of Madhouse, here's a trailer that opens up with a guy in a madhouse, the Monster Club. Great trailer, creepy opening with this guy in an asylum in a straitjacket. Then the next shot is a girl walking down the stairs in a see-through negligee in this creepy castle with a candelabra, really setting the mood. And then it cuts to a pop band in a club playing some new wave 80s music.
3 stories to shock you.
Now, what's going on? The rest of the trailer cuts back and forth between scenes from the movie and scenes of these bands playing these tunes in a club. It intrigues you. It makes you want to watch the movie and find out what the hell is this movie about. It's an anthology with 3 stories. Vincent Price and John Carradine are the 2 guys having a conversation between each of the stories, and Vincent Price is telling John Carradine what the story is and what it's about, and then it fades to the story. And you get all these musical performances in full in between the stories.
Another vampire girl to give me hot love bites. Down at the Monster Club, a zombie and a ghoul can do the monster dub.
And one of the numbers, I can't remember the band, but it's this gorgeous redhead singing the song called The Stripper. And it cuts to this stripper on stage. And as she's peeling her clothes off, it gets to the point where you're going to see all the goods. She goes behind this curtain and you see her in silhouette, and it switches to animation and she starts pulling her skin off, and it's a skeleton dancing and she pulls every bit of her skin off behind in silhouette. Really cool idea. And it's a lot of fun. In the middle of this movie, you're like, what? Now, House of Long Shadows is a kind of interesting movie. This is another one that I've never seen and I've been meaning to watch for a lot of years, and I'm going to have to sit down and find this one and watch it. You've got Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, John Carradine, and Desi Arnaz? Kind of weird.
I don't understand.
Desi Arnaz Jr. is, of course, the son of Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball. Would not have pictured him being in a horror movie. It's a British horror comedy. The trailer sets it up, doesn't really give you that it's a comedy. It kind of, could it be? Is it a creepy, suspenseful film? It does a good job of kind of riding the edge of you're not sure what it's about.
Home of mystery.
Oh, and of notable mention, House of Long Shadows was a Canon release and a Golden Globus production. The guys who brought us all the American Ninja movies and Chuck Norris movies in the 80s. All right, well, that's about it, everybody. Until next time, thanks for watching. Good night. Oh, we need more bubbles. Look again.
It's just one.
Everybody wants to play with the bubble gun. It's awesome.
And a little brown smidge.
Hi, I'm Chili Dilly, the personality pickle. Packed in a jar for the freshest flavor. Served cold in a sack for you to savor. So dainty to eat, no muss, no fuss. An ideal snack for all of us. Crisp, tender, and tasty with a bit of spice. Buy one now. Taste how nice. Snack bar clerks will knock themselves silly, speeding your order for a real chili dilly.
Here's a few reasons you should watch Cinema Insomnia on OSI74.
Laser beams are drilling. I'm holding my head, I don't even feel it. Zombies out for killing. But I'm not scared at all, cause I've already seen it. Nothing else matters to me.
Convinced?
Do you have hepatitis?
Well, watch anyway.
Would you like hepatitis?
You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. They're not bad movies, just misunderstood. New episodes only on OSI74.